Test 1, 2, 3. It's gone, fellow rogues. It's Master here. In advance, apologies for the fact that once again I'm looking kind of tired and everything. I didn't really get a whole lot of sleep last night. I've been running ragged all day. I had like an appointment this morning. I had to go and help Mickey DT43 and his mom out with getting shelf assembled and everything. And another reason I was late getting live tonight is because a thunderstorm happened here, and I was trying to get some rest, like a little bit of sleep in between that or whatever. And the thunderstorm woke me up, so I'm running on like an hour's sleep right now. So it's gonna be like, my little pep up, juice or whatever. But anyways, welcome in for what should be the final episode for Super Meat Boy 3D. We're pretty much gonna be going to Visceraville tonight, and we're gonna have what should be our final battle with Dr. Fetus, or at least for this game, since it seems like he's been Meat Boy's and tagged for since the very first Meat Boy game. But before we actually do, appreciate the resub, Amber. But before we actually do get started, I do want to kind of give you guys a little bit of announcement on something. So, you might notice a little button next to Marvel Tocom Fighting Souls. I officially got my copy up today, guys. So, Marvel Tocom Fighting Souls, we come to the channel. So I may try to do some kind of stream for it tomorrow alongside Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. You guys saw me play the beta for it and everything. I've been really waiting. This is one of the main games I was wanting for 2026. So I said, it feels like this was a good year for Marvel games. Because, we got Cosmic Invasion, which was absolutely phenomenal. Then we got, the DLC for Cyclops. And who else was it released alongside Cyclops? Can't remember. I was mainly excited to play as Cyclops, but even though I haven't actually got that DLC yet. But yeah, we got Cosmic Invasion, which was phenomenal. Marvel's Wolverine's coming out, next month, which I'm pretty sure that's definitely going to, knock it out of the park. But this, for me, is one of the main ones. I love Arc System Works games. I've, played a lot of BlazBlue and a little bit of Guilty Gear. And so, yeah, I've been really excited for this. I played, the closed beta months back. They had, open beta they did not long ago, right before the game's released. But I decided to kind of, steer away from it because I wanted, actually experience the rest of it. But yeah, pretty much I've been really excited to play this. May play a little bit of it tomorrow, but the main a point that I am going to be playing it like in the near future. It's going to be like, you know, for the 10-year stream anniversary I'll be doing on the 16th. So this is going to be part of the lineup for that. I was wanting to at least play it tomorrow. I knew it was supposed to have like some story mode stuff where you can play as like, you know, the different teams. I was thinking about going in as at least one of the teams. Like just kind of get like something like that going. And then just like, you know, do like some standard matches. Like, you know, even though it's going to be like offline stuff, I don't even have my PlayStation Plus membership isn't even active yet. I mainly am just like wanting to, I'll figure out like how I'm gonna go in. I want to make sure I kind of like do like, you know, different episodes for like different streams for each of the teams or whatever. So I'm more than likely like once I come back from like, you know, my break, because as I've told you guys, tomorrow is gonna be like my final stream for right now. I'm gonna be going on a week-long break to go in house state for DP43. So tomorrow is gonna be my last day of streaming for about a week. Then it'll be like the 10-year stream anniversary thing on the 16th when that'll be my first stream back. And then I should hopefully get back like streaming like clockwork to some extent following week, you know, my little part-time schedule I've been doing. So probably like I'll do like, you know, some Cyberpunk that first Tuesday back, and then play, you know, another like do some Marvel Tokon for like, you know, some of the story stuff for that Thursday. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. But and also, why is my light? You're not supposed to be doing that. The light's like, you know, yellow. I don't know why I good news, Rogues, I got the light working that y'all saw. Bad news is that it's for some reason it's trying to turn yellow now. So I gotta figure out why it's doing that. That's a weird thing. So that's another, like, I mean, at least I got it working again. I do know I need to get my router replaced. I think I can just kind of do that. But all I had to do was just like, you know, do a thing on the phone. Because the main thing, like I said, for some reason it just keeps on like disconnecting from my phone is the issue. When it does it with that, also like is the lights in my other room that do the same thing. So I'm thinking it's definitely something with the router itself. But yeah, but we'll be playing more Marvel Tokon. I definitely gonna try to play some of this tomorrow. I do have another appointment I gotta do tomorrow as well. But outside of that, I'm gonna actually be hitting the gym in a few hours, even though I'm running on just a little bit of sleep. But it's gonna be like a shorter leg day thing, so I should be fine. I'm gonna go in and probably do that in a few hours. Then that means like, you know, outside the appointment, I'll have like, you know, the rest of the day to, you know, stream. So I'm gonna definitely gotta try to finish the Order of Ecclesia, but I would like to at least get something in for like, you know, playing some of this. But it depends on my energy levels. We'll see how things go. With that said, it's like also my favorite flavor of Bloom because it actually tastes like, you know, it's like a sparkling apple juice. But we're gonna go ahead and get in on Meat Boy now, and shouldn't be too much of an issue for me to get through this. I mean, because I know I've already, you know, we've already seen that like the way the everything feels. Also, that light's way too bright. What is going on tonight? I'm worried like if something else happens where it's gonna like bork it again, and I went to the wrong input again, like I tend to do. So yeah, I gotta like turn this down a little bit, but at least the light's working. It went up to there we go. So but yeah, we pretty much have figured out like last stream that it seems like the levels are like really weird, like the worlds are really weird in their design. Because I went through like World 3, the Forge, and it was like a nightmare. But then I went through like, you know, the core last stream, and it wasn't really that bad. It wasn't nearly as bad as the no, it wasn't as bad as like the Forge was. It just seemed like the Forge, like it was just like, you know, nightmare all around while dealing with that boss. And then afterwards, I went to like the core, and the levels felt easier. But then it was just like the secret level that was harder, and then like the boss itself was actually easier than the boss from the Forge, which was, it was like the boss was like Larry. Who I think was like definitely like a Binding of Isaac reference, which makes sense because, you know, that's and I can't remember if like Ed McMillan is actually really tied to the Meat Boy anymore. But you know, originally Ed McMillan, you know, was the same one like who did Meat Boy, was part of the team that did Meat Boy, like Team Meat. He also did like the Binding of Isaac and everything. But yeah. Okay. So like I said, this is gonna be the last chapter we're gonna do for this, but I will possibly be doing like, you know, the Dark World stuff like during like charity streams. So yeah. And of course that shrunk thing back there, it's still like just some kind of some more nightmare fuel. Alright. So let's go in here and kind of get like a layout for everything, see exactly how this works. Alright. Alright. Well, by that I mean immediately almost get shocked. And okay. I pushed the wrong button. Whoa, jeez. I was doing good for a start there. This stage might be a bit of a pain. It's all good. All things considered, it don't seem like it's gonna be candy meat. Yeah, okay. Of course, that figures Visceraville has to be all about the buzzsaws. And gravity. Oi. Okay, yeah, I was going a little bit too fast that time. The main problem with this is that it's such a long level. Like, the longer the level, like, the more margin there is for mistakes. Or me being made into a steak. Or chip meat, whatever. I keep making the same mistake. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying steak now. Jeez, that was way too close. Alright, hold on, we can do this. Alright. Oh, no, that was just mean. That's the problem. This stage is so freaking long. I'm hoping the rest of them ain't gonna be lies. I hope this is just gonna be setting the tone for things. It's not actually gonna be, you know... Damn it. Of course, friggin' lightning, like electricity got me. Alright, I can do this though, just got... That's the main concern, like, you know, in the sense of, like, overshooting the landings. That's the one advantage that original Meat Boy has over this. And that it's harder, but, you know, at the same time, you know, you got, like, only, like... In some ways, this actually feels easier because it's like a double-edged sword because, you know, you can kind of, like, you know, jump out of the way of stuff, but also, like, the camera angles, like, definitely throw things off. My love, please, for God, like, tell me I made it. Nah. No. If I can... Alright, now that I know actually how long the level is. I got this. Might take me a few more attempts, but I can do this. It would. I had a really good run going there, too. Oh, bullshit. And you know, I possibly would have had if it wasn't for that. It's that one saw right there that keeps on goofing me up. If I could have saved that, that would have been phenomenal. But I still probably wouldn't have made it on time, but... Really? It's like every time I try to make a save or whatever, like, nah, fam, sorry. No. I got way too carried away. I thought I could make it. I was trying to jump out of the way of it, and... Alright. It's the fact that I know I already beat the level, but I want to get that A+. They got me the same way they got me last time I got to that spot. They're not gonna make me lose my patience on this. Ain't my style. Oh, they just keep finding new ways to get me right there. Of course, I didn't have enough momentum to get all the way to the top. It's just frustrating because, like, the way this is designed is, like, you know, you want to go as fast as possible. There's, like, things just so happen, like, no, fine. I'll just skip parts of the whole thing. I don't think I made it. Woo! I honestly thought I didn't make it right there. I cut that way too close. That level sucked, but I got it. I am curious about where the bandage is. I'm gonna go and, like, and do another quick run through just see if I can, like, sight the bandage. That's not how we do this. That looked weird right there, but... See, there's not as much pressure on me now because, you know, I'm... That fire down, it looked kind of sus, but... Okay, now, of course, like, they're trying to just keep me from getting anywhere now. Okay. Again, it seems like my... Like, when I'm going slower, my, I get worse at the game. Trying to do that just see if I can see it. Alright, I'll look for it later. I was like, obviously we're not trying to go after every bandage. I mean, I got what I needed there, so I'm good. Y'all can take y'all's ass there. I ain't going. Why does the suspension of the flesh sound like something you see in Hellraiser? Alright. Also, I did, of course, need to make sure that I keep an ear out for, like, you know, the, Gravity Spears reset the dash. Okay, I'm not too keen on this. This level's gonna suck. Yeah, I'm not too keen on this. I don't... Like, is there anything that kind of like just change everything up? Jesus! Whoa, shit! Well, that was surprisingly simple. And I just got really lucky. That was like the exact opposite of what the last level was. Yeah, I think I got like really lucky in one of these spots. Like, you see this right here, whatever. That's bullshit. Like the fact. Okay, I'll worry about if there's any bandage there later. I'll go back later for it. I'm just. I knew that was a catch. I knew it. I knew there was a catch. I knew they were buttering me on. They were just buttering me right on up. Welcome in, Dave. What is this stage now? Okay, I don't like this. You mother fudger. And I'll show y'all and show this whole damn... Every time. That's the part that gets me. No... Snapshot. Are you talking about, like, channel commands? They might... Is it not working? I hate this. And plus, let's be real, dude. I'm too tired for a snapshot anyway. I'm not too keen on the fact... That's the thing is... What the fudge is this level? That's what's making me mad here. Yeah, I think like it's that StreamerBot has an update or it might be the problem. Yeah, it said that before StreamerBot. I didn't want to like risk it because I didn't want to break anything. It seemed like it broke something anyway. Okay, now that was bullshit. Alright, this is kind of feeling a little unfair now. Alright, fine. You want to play? We'll play. See, that... Now they're just doing these weird-ass angles. Yeah, I'll hopefully have it fixed by next stream, dude. I don't like this stage. So you see... I saw. I got it downloaded. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. See, this stage kind of feels. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I've said this. Like, you know, I like a lot of the stages in this game feel like really fair, but this one's bullshit. It's like no matter what, it's like it's designed to kind of like just counter whatever you're trying to do. See, I don't like this. Yeah, it's just that, and y'all notice, like, it seems like sometimes, like, get right there, you notice, like, right there, I got on it before, or whatever, and immediately shot me. Okay, that's it. You want to play? Let me show you a little something. That's why we're trying to go around it. Nice try. And it seems like it's just like they randomize every time. Hurry up. I'm not... what I don't like about it is it seems like, you know, they kind of run the current at yeah, it's weird, like... Okay, now what the hell? See, it's weird as hell, because, like, it just seems like they're trying to punish me. Okay, now that's enough of that. It feels like everything is, like, you know, like, it's... You try to get a strategy going, it's like... It's, I swear it feels like, you know, the currents are going at different times here. So look at that. But, you know, it's gonna make... It just means it'll be a little more satisfying when I beat it, which I will. Like, no matter... Like, it's... Yeah, it seems like it's just a random... like, the... I don't know. This, see, y'all see this, right? I swear those currents are running at different times here. And then it's this... I appreciate you, Dave. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's like they run it, like, you know, very different times here or whatever. Like sometimes I'll do, like, the thing and then get over there and it'll, like, you know, let me by. And I get on there, immediately jump right there, and then that happens. Yeah, I just feel like I've died so many times on this stage, just like, you know, what's felt like bullshit on this one. Like, so many other stages feel fair, then they come in with this one. Okay, that's it. Oh, I'm gonna beat it. This is like the last area of the game, and I'm determined to do this. No, you don't. Again, but it just seems like, you know, it's like that you get up there, ready to go across it. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad if, like, they weren't, like, just completely randomizing. What is this? Like, it just seems like it just runs at the most random bullshit here. Than that. I'll... This is a game where it's pretty much, you pretty much gotta try to find patterns and all that, but when it comes down to it, they're continuously, like... And I try, like, you know, like, go, it feels like you have to, like, try to figure out when it's gonna stop or whatever, and just get lucky with it. Yeah, I do not like this stage. I'll be glad when I'm done with it. Two, three. No? Alright, that's fine. I'll just, like, count the seconds on it now. Watch this. Let's get back up there. I'm not letting the stage, you know, get the best of me. In fact, they're supposed to be like, you know... 1, 2, 3. I think it's like... That part right there is what's gonna really suck, though. No, I think I got you figured out. And then you gotta, like, get just enough momentum to get past that part. Okay. Yeah, now look at this. So I gotta get on the other side of the buzzsaws. Like, every time I feel like I get punished, like, you know, for trying to, like, do what I need to do. I got this figured out now, at least, though. But just, I keep running into the buzzsaws up there. Got you better than that. And they did. I'll be so glad when I'm done with this stage. Oh, wow. And I was trying to do that, like, you know, the way I normally do, and then, of course, that time it got me. And then of course, I gotta wait for this one right here. But then, like it'll launch me all the way up there, and that ends up being a problem. Yeah, I think I probably, like, outside I want to be like the guy stage. This might be like the stage where I've had like the most deaths. Not this time. Do not even think about it. And of course I did that. Every time I come up with, like, some kind of awesome save or whatever, they turn right around and take it away from me. Now, come on. Let me up already. Please tell me I got the A+. I'm not letting them finesse me like that. Oh, now we're back to doing this now. Like, I was trying to, like, you know, move the other way right there, and it wouldn't let me. See, that's what always gets me right there, like, when I get up there, and then, like, you know, they just kind of make me clip up the, clip another direction. Makes any sense. I swear it feels like at times, like, you know, they have it, like, you know, last a little bit longer than it needs to. You know, I know it's like just the fact my timing's off on it. It's just these parts where I'm gonna have to wait right here. And like I said, I try to get back up there to the top of my jump, and then what happens? I'm not done with this, though. Please tell me that was it. Whenever fat lady spots where they force me to wait. That's the problem. And like I said, I get up there, and then like, you know, they immediately like, I see, now that's also what's like I said, I get down there, then they immediately, I swear it feels like it speeds up at times. You're not gonna get the best of me. See that? And of course, like, I land right there where the thing's shocking right then. It feels like every time I'm kind of like see, and then like just out of nowhere, it'll just like it seems like it just like kind of speeds up. I'm not letting this stage get the better. It's that spot right there. Then, like I said, it's the spots where you have to wait. Like where I ain't got no choice but to wait or whatever. But that's fine. Next time I get out, I'll just like, you know, just try to go right on up. I'm determined to do this. But again, like I get right there. It's that one spot where like that. It's just a stupid. Well, I'm just going right on through. I swear, like, it feels like there's so many spots where it feels like they speed it up on purpose, like, you know, just throw you off. And the fact they got, like, you know, no death runs for this game, they can have them. Oh my god. And then I jump right there, and then... See, it's... I know, like, it just feels like if I'm, like, 1 nanosecond off or whatever... And I had it, and of course they did that. I had it. Or that's it. And then that happens. Yeah, this has hands down been like one of those frustrating games, stage I've done in this game. Now I got a way to get right. Couldn't let me have it, could ya? I'm getting that A+. Wow. See, it's that right there. That's the main thing that keeps on frustrating me too, because, like, you know, you try to get a jump lined up. I mean, I got that down to a science, at least. I'm getting that A+. When they can stop, like, you know, shenaniganing. You know, doing this all the shenaniganizing, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god, this game. Shenanigans. Cough it up. I earned that. Give it. Let me get the hell on out of there. I never want to see that stage again. Please, I mean... What the fuck is this now? So, now we got like another one where I gotta get lucky. This is honestly really frustrating here now. Like, already. Okay. It's like you gotta get like really lucky like with like what time you fall on that platform. It's fine though. I see what they're trying to do here. I just don't like the fact that, you know, again, and this game's supposed to have like no death runs and everything, but they have like, you know, such little margins of error where you have to, I mean, I'm not gonna be going for no death run in this game, but like that right there. You got like a little tiny platform with this big buzzsaw. Please tell me that was an A+. Oh, that ain't happening. No, hell no. Now you don't piss me off. Again, it's just the fact that they got like these spots set up there. You're supposed to be moving fast, but then you got like, you know. I'm getting this. Just for me, like I said, the main issue with it is like when I hate like stages where they take like all control of my jumps and everything away from me. Like we have to like rely on like, you know, other stuff pretty much, you know, controlling where you land and everything. And like I'll have everything lined up, and it just seems like the most minute little mistake where, again, it's that buzzsaw. Screw, I'm gonna skip it. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna skip like one whole platform right there. And I don't like the whole fact that, you know, like, right there, you know, it's just... Of course. Like, when I was trying to, like, do my little, like, you know, barrel roll jump right there, it pretty much seemed like it was just, no matter what, I'm gonna, like, land right there in the grinder. I'm not giving up. See, it's just like, you know... It's like, okay, yeah, you gotta do, like, you know, that jump right here, but it's gonna throw you right in that grinder. You're not fine, I want... I had like another strategy right there and everything. Of course, like it's like, nope, sorry, you're going too fast. Says who? Well, I guess says them. Okay, and of course, like that saw's gotta be extra now too. Now that we can move on. Oh hell. Oh, well, this is just... Alright, then. What the fuck is this now? Okay, this is all kinds unfair. Y'all want to play? All right. Oh, I see you, and I'll raise you. It's that one spot right there they want me to jump. That's a pain in the ass. But you know what? I'll make it. Y'all ain't gonna beat me on this. She was right there. Do not say... Thank you very much. Finally, a stage that actually wasn't an absolute... I mean, I am beef for what they were trying to give me. Like, you know, apparently they got beef with me. I already made that joke in, like, in my Twitch stream title, but... I don't even care about no bandages. I'll find those later. I'm trying to survive here. Oh, shit. Alright, fine. Oh, y'all are just, like, just... sadism. Y'all testing me now, huh? Bullshit. Fuck! I knew they were gonna get me there. The problem with this stage where we're like, again, the ones that are like so freaking long. And again, it feels like at times like I'm telling y'all like the electricity's like it's randomized. No, 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 no! Okay. I just don't, and the thing, of course, is that corner right there where you can't really see like how you're jumping up. God damn it. And again, it's just, doesn't really help when it feels like they're randomizing the electricity. And this is gonna mess my time up which I didn't. And I'd like to see how someone does like a no death run on this, because, like I said, it feels like, you know, they randomize, like, you know, the currents and all that. And that part right there is starting to piss me off now. Because the problem is, like, the angle, you can't really see where you, like, you can't really see, like, you know, how you're aligned right there. And of course, that one saw where they had to be the extra one. It's like the game, like, you know, got offended by the fact I got, like, so far before, and now it's like it's just making sure that, like I said, it's just, it feels like everything is randomized. I know it's probably just like, you know, how quickly I'm moving, but I'm telling you guys, it feels like, you know, the... Yeah, this... Let me guess. Yeah, I knew it! If nothing else is gonna get me, it's that one stupid part right there. Yeah, this stage is... I don't know, it just feels like, you know... The way this area feels like it's designed, like everything else in this game has felt like mostly fair, but Visceraville's definitely, you know, feels like, you know, a lot of stuff is actually just really cheap. And again, like I said, it's a double-edged sword, like, you know, with this game as far as, like, the 3D perspective, because, you know, at least with the original, yeah, the original was harder, but, you know, you knew where you were jumping. And this one or whatever, it's just like, you know, you, like, depending on what the camera angle is, where you really can't see what you're doing. And again, I just hate, like, these stupid... I think, like, if there's anything in this game that I probably, like, hate, like, more than anything else as far as, like, traps are concerned, is these stupid electric currents. And that's what I'm saying, that spot right there. You know, if you're lined up just the wrong way or wherever, you can't really see that one hazard right there. It's trying to... I can't even get up to the top now. But you know, I'm gonna keep my cool. They're not gonna break me. They're just gonna keep breaking this glass. But I promise y'all, this Dr. Fetus has an ass kicking coming to him. Believe you me. Of course, it's right there. It's always that one. And I knew the moment I got on the wall, I was like, yeah, that one spot right there is about to get me. And now we're back to this again, it looks like. Yeah, sorry, I'm just not too keen on that. I'm beating this stage. Eventually, but it's gonna happen. I knew it! It's always that, if I jump on the wall right there and it's the same thing every time. Again, just like, you can't, like, see how close you are to that grinder. I hate this stage. I mean, there's been, like, several I've said, hey, but this one probably, like, definitely takes the cake more than even the others. This one just seems like it's extremely unfair. And, like, it's like, seems like you try to get, like, you jump and get out of the way of one hazard, you're falling right into another one. And when I do get through this, what's my reward for it? Like, like getting clipped by that one, on that one platform. If you're not on there, pick the pixel perfect or whatever, which, you don't really have much time to prepare for it. This game's not gonna best me. It's not gonna best me. I get to the end right there. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that if I miss something else or whatever, I'm gonna get clipped in the like, no matter what's in, like, wherever I land, there's always gonna be something there waiting to, like, end me. Yeah, this stage probably feels like the most bullshit one out of all the ones I've done. If it wasn't for that one stupid grinder right there, my life would be a whole lot easier. But yeah, it's like I get on the one wall right there, and they immediately, like... If I'm not on, like, lined up with it perfectly, which unfortunately, you know, you can't really see how to line yourself. Yeah, I think I probably died here more times than anywhere. Okay, now what the fuck was that? What stage am I even on right now? Level 6. And that, to me, is the most one of the most frustrating aspects. I get past everything else, just go into a wall that, you know, it's like so hard to line yourself up on it because the camera angle and everything. Damn it. Yeah. Let me guess. I knew it! And at times you just feel like that grinder's not even anywhere near me when they do that. Watch this. Big surprise there. Every time. That's what happens. Whenever I get up there, it's always that spot right there that wrecks me. Now watch this. I knew it! It's either that spot right there, or it's like that part up there with the electric... Stage ain't gonna be my better. That better be an A+. Fine, we'll do it again. Y'all, because y'all are not about to get the best of me on this. After all that I went through, I'm getting my A+. But, of course, here goes the shenanigans. See, now they're doing that again. Like, that's the main issue with it, is that one spot. Where you can't see, like, you know, where you're landing right there, like, you know, in proximity of the... Again, it's just the way they got it set up is that there's that one, you know, you can, like, think you're, like, on the wall the way you need to be or whatever, just to have that stupid... Like, so many of the devs here, like, you know, were because that one damn grinder. I'm still trying to have a patience of a stain here, guys, but there's a difference between, like, you know, like, stages that feel like, you know, fair, and this. But, you know, it's fine. Probably not. Probably would have had it there. And now this. I'm not giving up until I get my A+. Nope. Nope. They're not going to keep finessing me like this. And I get a good run going, and what happens? Of course. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you know, you gotta go fast, whatever, but unfortunately, it's these damn electric floors. So who do y'all tell me how fast I can go? I go as fast as I damn well please. Except when that happens. Again, I'll have like a good run going, but unfortunately, like it'll be a situation where I just can't make the jump. Either I get shocked or... Damn, I hate that one spot. I'm trying, and I'm definitely trying to, like, you know, keep my little Saints patience here, guys, but when that happens... And they make sure it's always that one buzzsaw right there that's for some reason, I swear it feels like at times it's further back. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the bandage right now. I'm already pressured enough. With things like that. Damn it. It really does feel like at times like it's lined up, but they just like decide like, you know, just make sure like I just die right there for some reason. Like I swear like there's been multiple times like I've been right there on point with that or whatever. It's like I'm away from the grinder but I still get killed. It's always that right there. Like, I have a good run going, and it's always that one last buzzsaw right there. And then that happens. Every time. Like, that's the main thing that catches me. Like, it's that one last little buzzsaw that just nips me right there. Trying to be petty as hell. I was trying to hold out, like, I try to hold off or whatever ends up happening, like, you know, like I end up getting shocked. Okay, and then of course that one right there kills me for like the first time ever. And now that, like, it seemed like I had that down to a science where just for them, like, you know, to screw that up on me. And I hate how it feels like I'm getting punished for having a good run. I'm not letting this level beat me. Let's try. The edge caught me at the end. It's that stupid edge right... No. Here we go. And again, like, you know, it's just that one stupid spot right there. I mean, it feels like I have everything else in the level. That is like one of the main areas that's just like, you know, been the biggest pain in the ass. This level sucks, I ain't gonna lie. And again, the whole thing where it feels like, you know, they just like randomize the electricity at times. It's that edge every time. It's that stupid edge right there. Now this again. Wow. I'm sorry, but this level, to me, is just, it feels like it's just, I mean, I understand the difficulty thing. It just kind of feels poorly designed. I'm not a game designer, but God knows, like, some of this stuff is bullshit. That is the main issue. Like, you can't see, like, you can't, like, see if you're properly aligned right there. I swear there's a few spots where it seems like, you know, I'm trying to go up there, and it, like, you know, it's the same way I do it normally and everything, but then they just kind of, like, just throw me off on it. There it went. And again, I'll have things going so well, and it's that stupid, you know, spot right there where I can't, like, you know, really see what I'm doing. And again, it's like there's so many times I climbed up and it seemed like I was, like, on point with it when I was in that exact same spot, and then they're just, like, you know, penalized me for it other times. I'm getting this A+. I hate this stage so much. And there went that. I was trying to jump right there, and then... Yeah, this stage, like, sucks on so many levels. And y'all saw that, like, you know, because there's been so many times I've been right there at that spot. I swear it's just like, you know, it feels like at times they just decided to just, like, kill me for the hell of it. And of course that caves through. I'm making good time here. Except when that happens, right? Wow. Yeah, this stage just seems like it's just heavy. A lot of it's just based on luck. Considering, like, you know, it feels like, you know, everything's like just... Like, you know, if you're basically, you know, there's no way, like, it's pretty much like, you know, if you're in the, like, it's... Trying to figure out how to explain it. Like, you're in a situation where you're in midair or whatever, and, like, and the stalls are right below you where there's no getting out of it. Let me guess, right? I knew it! Like, if you don't get on that wall, like, you know, the exact way that you're supposed to or whatever, you can still feel like at times. There was no, yeah. It's like no matter how I got set up or whatever, when I land right there, and then like right when I land right there is when, like, you know, the saws are coming right at me. Like, no matter what I do, they're coming at me. I hate this stage so much. I didn't get a chance to jump right there. Yeah, I think I've hands down died here more than any other stage in this game. Probably even like compared to the I want to be the guy stage. And now it seems like they've done. I'm trying to keep my composure on this, Rogues, but it's just, again, when you have, like, you know, it seems like a lot of stuff. Y'all notice, like, now suddenly I can't even get past this. It's like, you know, they just randomized the electricity and everything else and all that. I don't know if it's just and again, it's just that one spot right there that makes me so mad because, like, I mean, I've already would have had it a few times. I wonder if, like, at the end, like, you know, the stupid platform caught me. Okay, that was bull. But, you know, I think I might actually figure out at least one solution to things. If I can, you know, get up there. Like, I get, like, this spot, you know, this is the easiest part, one of the easiest areas. But then that's the thing. I get over there, and now it's like it's that stupid floor. It's like I figured out one. I think I know what's going on. The reason I keep on getting clipped is because, like, you know, like I said, that one buzzsaw is on the one side or whatever. So if I can kind of, like, get down below them on, like, the lower corner, I'm good. I think I know the trick right there at the end, how they keep on costing me. But still, I gotta make the landing right there. I see the trick. But again, it's like, it seems like every time I get up there, and when I get back down here, is when they start, like, you know, catching me more of the shocks here. It doesn't help, like, you know, the spots where they immediately slide me right up into, like, that, you know. Wow. Wait for it. I knew it. Apparently they just don't have no idea like how determined I can be. I'm gonna find out. And of course, like, I'm barely missed a buzzsaw just to get shot. And again, it's like I'll have things going well, and it's that one stupid thing there, and then I start, I don't know. I just feel like this level is designed to just be intentionally unfair. Like, you know, so many other like levels in this game have been like, you know, difficult but fair. But this one's just designed to just be like, you know, you gotta be lucky. Case rested. It's just that stupid wall right there. Ten seconds off, right? 41. That's what I'm talking about. The main issue is that stupid wall right there at the end. It's like it's too tall for you to actually scale. I'm sick and tired. Like, you know, it feels like my runs are getting completely destroyed because of a stupid. You know what? I'm just gonna like keep trying until I get it. It's that wall. It's that wall right there at the end. But you know what? I know the trick to that one too. But now we're starting this again. Like, I... Y'all just can't stand it, can you? You can't stand on I'm about to do this. We'll get used to it, because it's happening. It's that right there is the problem. It's just like, you know, I try to dodge one thing and immediately got something else thrown at me. And if it's not that, oh, guess what? Like, you know, random magical, like, wall of death, or whatever you want to call it. Bullshit wall of death. Like, you know, you want pixel off? Oh, you know, you're done. You're not done with this. Wow. Why is it, like I said, it seems like every time I'm doing like a perfect, get a really good run going, I get penalized for it. I hate this stage so much, and I'll be glad when I'm done with it. Thing is, that probably would have been it if it wasn't for that. My time was really good on it, because I already know, like, I know what I'm doing wrong right there, and they're not going to get me with it again. But it's just that right there is the problem. As well. Yeah, because apparently it's just like me being on the wall right there for some reason, just the grinder on the other side is just immediately just, you know, destroy me for some reason. I knew that was about to happen right there. I saw I was coming in like way too hot on that. I'm not letting this stage get the better of me. If I can beat, like, you know, freaking Champions Road in Super Mario 3D World, I can do this. I said I'm beating this game tonight, and that's what I'm going to do. The problem is I get so far ahead of them, whatever. I know I'm not going to be able to outrun them, but I also can't, like, you know, get around to the back of them. It's that one grinder right there that I swear is just like, you know, just the bane of my existence. That grinder. Now that, I can't get past it now. Well, you know, I'm going to. I'm going to get this. I know the trick at the end now, but it's just the main issue is like... Damn it! That would have been it. If it wasn't for, like, you know, again, shenanigans are us. And again, it feels like whenever I'm, like, you know, getting, like, you know, some good speed on me, that stupid grinder right there's ready to just... And okay, I don't care. I wasn't anywhere near that grinder that time. Like, seriously. Just feels like this game's like consistently just trying to punish me for trying to do good here. Okay, I got like a really good, like, you know, thing going this time. Just start it over. I swear, and I did that great that time, and then what happens? Damn it! Yeah, the thing for this one is like it's way too strict. And then when I try to like get like ahead of speed there, where they always make sure that one electric trap right there is active right there that moment. This level is not about to be my better. I probably would have had it. Of course. Bullshit! Oh my god! Why does it seem like every time I get like a really good run going, like some kind of cheap bullshit happens? Not this time. It's like, it's always like right there. I try to like slide the wall at the end and then they just like screw it up. It's like you go fast, you know, you run the risk of getting clipped. That's one thing that irritates me about it. It's like, you know, you do really good in one spot, then it comes back to bite you in another. And then that. Like, I've been on this one area, like, for so long now. Yeah, sleep well, Amber. I didn't get it that time either, did I? It's that, like I said, it's just because, you know, you have to keep on, like, the main problem is that, like, you have to keep on, like, jumping back to avoid them or whatever, and that's, like, what's causing problems, too. Like, when you have to, like, you know, jump backwards to, like, you know, go back just to, you know... And, of course, that. And now that's making me mad, where because like I've kind of like got an idea how like, you know, maybe like shave a few seconds off the clock, but now like they're keeping me from being able to like, you know, climb the. All right. I hate this level so much. And I get right there, and then what happens? This hands down probably like, you know, it's the one like the hardest levels I've ever done any video game. See, because it seems like that's what I'm supposed to do there, but then, like, I get on the wall. And what happens? Damn it. I just hate like that one. Just that one, like, you know, wall right there. Yeah, this level just is like, just feels like it was just designed to be just completely unfair instead of actual, you know, challenge, you know. And I was making good time there on that one as well, and then... I'm determined to do this, though, guys. I mean, I got to. It's so frustrating, you know, when it's a level, it's like it's designed to just kind of be unfair. And again, you get on that wall, that one wall right there, it feels like, you know, you're being punished for, like, just trying to, like, get on it. Okay. Now this. It's that one grinder. Yeah, I really do not like this level. Again, like, I get on the wall right there. I mean, I just kind of feels like they just gave, like, a very unfair hitbox to that grinder. I hate that wall. I really do. I know for a fact, I have no idea how many times I've died on this one level right here, but this one just ain't fair. I know I've complained about it a lot, guys, and I apologize, but God, this level's like, it's bullshit. Like, you know, it's like, you go through the whole game, feeling like everything's like fair, you know, taking everything they taught you and all that. And in this, just like, they give you a level where, like, no matter what you do, there's, like, you know, a high chance of you dying. Watch this. See? Just that spot right there. You get through all this just to have, like, you know, this one stupid wall where you can't really see, like, you know, which... You know, you figure if, like, if I, you know, I was able to grab onto this one wall or whatever, I shouldn't have, like, anything that's gonna kill me. But here we are. And I was, like, singing praises on this game, like, you know, being difficult but fair. And then they, you know, throw this whole thing. I just hate that you guys, like, see me, like, you know, replay this one level so many times. Again, it's like, it's just, why, you know, you get on the wall and everything, but then somehow this grinder just, like, has, like, a perfect chance to just absolutely destroy you right there. So, and, yeah, it ain't right. And there's, like, so many times I've latched on there, and it feels like, you know, it's the same spot where I normally would be able to climb up, and then they just decide, oh, you know, we're just gonna, like, you know, just kill you anyway. Like, you have to be, like, pixel perfect right there, it looks like. And death, of course. You're trying to move fast, and it seems like no matter, you know, you pretty much get past one hazard, and then you run the risk of just, like, you know, immediately falling on, like, it's that one wall. It's like the bane of my existence more than anything. It seems like I'm kind of like, you know, for the most part, gotten like just some of this down. I mean, I'm still like dying here occasionally, but nowhere near as bad as I was before. It's just, I just don't like that grinder. To be honest, I know what I maybe need to start doing here. Of course, not giving me much of a chance to do so. That might be the ticket of me doing it. Just skip the jump right there. I'm gonna try something. That might be what I'm just gonna like start trying to do from now on. See if I can manage it. If I can skip that one jump and then manage to like jump over the buzzsaw, that's gonna save me some seconds right there. I mean, I got an idea, again, another idea on how to possibly do it. Just this part is just so frustrating. For some reason, it's like it's the one most vexing part of the level for me. If you're not, like, you know, lined up on that wall the way you need to be or whatever, everything else gives you so much leeway, but it's that stupid wall. See? You know, you got, like, basically one particular, like, you know, area on that wall where you can climb or whatever and be safe. And that, even that feels like at times, like, you know, it's just... You gotta get, like, really lucky where you land on that wall. Unless, that's the ticket. You know what, I think that's... Yeah, kind of take one more thing away from them. That's a ticket to it. That's where I've been screwing up. Alright. I've got your number now, level. I know what I gotta do. All this time I didn't know I actually could, like, land this. Rogues, it's time to get us an A rank. Finally. As soon as I realized I could, like, jump that wall. Never again. 89 deaths on that. Jesus. So I'll say that was on me, just because not being able to see that right there. Fuck that advantage. I'll go back and get it later, guys. At least I kind of like have more understanding of what to do now. It's got to be lot less pressure. It's just the key thing there was that I didn't understand the whole thing of that wall. I just jumped back and forth. So, yeah. But it also just seemed like it was kind of out of the way and everything. Also, let's not forget I'm a little tired. But let's just go and move on. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'll get that bandage later. Okay. Of course, we're doing this now, huh? Well, I'm not, and of course, like, again, we got another level here where, like, they're basically taking control of things away from me. Alright, at least it doesn't seem like it's gonna be that bad. It's gotta, like, you know, keep a move on. Got, like, Choo Choo Charles right here. Just tell me I was A+. Alright, everything, all the hell I went through, just give it to me. Alright, I can get it. This level's nowhere near as bad as what I just went through, so... Still gonna... I'm just... Like I said, I hate levels where, like, they take, like, control away from me. Still didn't make it quite... I slipped on... This ain't gonna be nowhere near as much of a problem, but I can do this. And I'm going to. I'm making good time here. The problem is, it's just like that spot right there where I had to wait for the train. So, I mean, again, I hate, like, you know, when I have to, it makes it where you have to wait on stuff. So it's like I'm getting through the level, no problem, but then they're like, you know, force me to wait. Like, it wasn't fair that I had, like, a train that was on the way. Okay, now this is going on. Like, it seemed like, you know, like, what's an easy level and everything easy to complete, but it's kind of bullshit to get, like, A+ on or whatever, because, like, you have to wait on a train to pass. See, like that right there. Like, it just feels like a whole luck thing as well. We got, like, you know, just be lucky to have, like, the train be out of the way. Okay, at least I'm making better time here this time. Alright, get on off this. See, that's the thing. Like, you know... I just hate the whole fact that, you know, it's all, like, relying on, like, you just getting up there just at the right moment where, like, a train's not passing you. Otherwise, I would have already had the A+. Really? Not this time. I kind of... Yeah, because I couldn't run that any more perfect, I don't think. Alright, let's just keep trying to get this, do this, Rogues. I'm determined to beat this tonight. Now we got past that one level. Y'all really like your fucking trains all of a sudden, don't yous? Okay, it's just the fact, like, some of this is, like, you know, it's kind of BS on the... Too many moving parts here. I don't know what I was trying to do there. And it's just the fact I'm trying to get on the fan or whatever. It's not doing what it needs to do, it feels like. Good grief. Oh, damn. Okay, and then I just, like, got flying off right there. These trains suck. And again, it's just like when, you know, you're supposed to like the whole thing that's supposed to be a precision platform, but then when like they're pretty much taking like a lot of the platform away from me. Now, okay, I'm calling bullshit on that one. And again, it's just like, you know, it's one thing when like your platforms ain't moving, but then like, you know, when they're all over the place where it makes like a whole lot, you know, a whole different story. I've come this far, you know. Okay, now I was totally trying to wall run there and it didn't let it. I think I know my wall runs. Again, it's just that spot right there is a pain because, you know, and again, it's like, you know, I'm having to wait on the trains where it makes me, like, concerned I'm gonna, like, you know, not get an A+, because outside forces I'm having to work with here. And then that. Like, I try to do, like, you know, my little dash thing, like, realign my jump, and it sends me, like, flying off to freaking Australia or whatever. You know, what was that right there? Please tell me that was an A+. Okay, barely. I know there's a advantage there. I ain't worried about that. I'm just trying to go and get on through the rest of these guys. Of course. Why am I not surprised? I get like a good run going and they immediately like... Alright. Challenge accepted. That was... I just love, like, when the platforms on the, like, things I'm depending on actually kind of help me go up higher and don't completely betray me. Like, you need the fan or whatever, but the problem is they want to, like, screw my momentum up to where it actually end up, like, taking me out. See, like, what is that? That's irritating because, like, you're supposed to, like, use the fans to get up there, but then, like, you try to, like, land on it and it does that. Like I said, I hate, like, when they're throwing platforms, aiming to kind of take control away from me and everything, and things you're supposed to be using to actually, boost you, end up killing you. See, like, what is that? I mean, it worked fine the first time, and then... Yeah, that's irritating. And I did so good the first round, and now I'm trying to go after the A+ or whatever. It's like the whole level's against me. Not really the first round, but the second, but... And that reticle, the reticle right there, pretty much, to kind of, like, show you, like, where you're supposed to be, or it doesn't really help, like, when the camera angle, like, makes it where you can't really line it up. You gotta see what I'm talking about up here. See? Like, for some reason right there, it makes it so hard to line up the reticule. That made absolutely no sense. Again, like, you see, I'm getting on it, and then they make me just fall. You figured that, geographically speaking, if I'm floating over a fucking fan or whatever, that fan would, like, give me the lift to move upwards. Sorry for, like, a little bit of raging right there, guys, but... Okay, now what is this going on? I'll be so glad when I'm done with this. Like I said, it's just for me. I was enjoying this game at this point. I can understand, like, it's supposed to be a difficult game. But when you have, like, these different things they're set up to where it's just, that, like, literally I'm hovering over it. So what's the problem? And I did, like, so good, like, on the second round and everything, and then it's just got taken. Now it's doing this. See, I get up there over it, and I mean, even like the I want to be a guy, like, secret level, whatever, was more fair than this. There. Except when that happens. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, when you're when they have, like, you gotta rely on these fans, like, for your platform, but then, like, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And I did, like, so good, like, the second time through, just for them to, make sure I was off by 4 seconds. Now I'm trying to do it again, like everything's not working like it's supposed to. Yeah, now this stage right here, I mean, because I'll say, that one stage I was having so many problems with. Once I figured out the gimmick to it, I realized live it was on me, and I apologize for that. But this one right here, this one's just like, it's just feels like definitely can use some fine tuning. Next time I'm just gonna like just skip the fan altogether. And again, like you see, like it seems like sometimes you land on it work fine, sometimes it doesn't. I hate this level. That's when I wish I could like went on. Could have got the A+ starting off or whatever, because this one definitely feels like it's. It's just that one platform right there that's being an absolute menace. I'm just like, and again, they have like a whole thing. It's like, oh, you can get like no death runs in this, or whatever. Good luck with that. Like, you know, when feels like there's so much going on here where that happens. Like, you have to have like, you know, mastery of the game, and it feels like at times that might not be. Oh, what the hell? I know it's not just because I'm a little tired and all that. See, I get that thing lined up, and then they still make me fall down. Okay, and that's not gonna work. And that's literally what I did the first time that worked so well, and now it's like they won't let me get away with it. Reticule was lined up. It wouldn't be as bad if like it was a jump I could skip, but I need that fan to get up there. There's no way around it. I have to use that fan, and you know, it's when you got like a platform that doesn't do what it's supposed to do at times or whatever. That's definitely frustrating, but. Yeah, it's always got to be like that one hazard in a stage where it ends up having to be like the most extra one. Thank you. I'm not coming back. Look, I mean, if there's a fan, whatever, I mean, or like a band-aid is not going to be as bad. Okay, now this is just evil. Okay, that actually, hopefully that was it. That wasn't bad at all. Okay, that one wasn't bad. It feels like they would like pretty try to give me like a stage that's a little bit easier to manage, just like, you know, what concerns me, because I feel like they're gonna throw like another tough one at me afterwards. Okay. Thankfully I playing Donkey Kong Country. This may not be too bad. But again, it's something that's pretty much taking control out of my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna hate this though. I hate this stage already. And again, it's like a whole thing where... Really? Yeah, like I said, it makes me think like the barrel blasting stages in Donkey Kong Country, but god damn this... But again, it's these stupid fans that are like very wonky on like... But that's the problem right there. Like, I gotta line up with that stupid thing. Like I said, I apologize for all the, like, the frustration I've shown tonight, guys. But it's just, again, like, this game has been all about, like, everything feeling fair. And then it comes down to, this entire, Visceraville here seems like a lot of stages just has been designed to just be cheap as hell. Of course, I'm the one that's messing up right there, but... Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with the wall. I'm gonna, like, just see if it'll long shot me over there. But then when you have that, like, that right there, when you're still, like... That's the ticket. So pretty much I can just, like, if chances are I can see, but again, like that, like I've been doing it like about the same pace, and then okay, I just gotta, like, all right, I see how that works. As soon as I pretty much... Alright. And that's gonna cost me, of course. Again, I have, like, a good run going, and the fan screws it up. Those fans are like, one of the other things I hate outside the electric floors. It's these fans. I hate the fans. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And, well, I was right. And of course, with that one, it's like you guys, like, I really don't like this stage either. I mean, because I can understand the whole Donkey Kong reference here, Donkey Kong Country, but... I hate... That's the main thing that just really frustrates me, like, with these stupid fans. Like, some of them work like they're supposed to and everything, but then... You got that one. I'm going for it. It was a bad move going for it, but... Okay, and then the fact that I've been the same way I've been doing it all this time, and it just suddenly just misses. See, now it's just missing all of a sudden. That, like, all these times before, it's been, like, you know, getting it consistently. Like I said, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, they give me, like, a... The way they kind of seem like they have Visceraville designed is that, you know, they give me, like, a... Like, you know, like a test stage, then they'll give me, like, an easy one, then just, like, to throw me back in the ringer again. Please, just let it be. Thank you. If there's an advantage, I'll come back and get it later, but that stage... I like the concept of it. They're trying... It seemed like they were doing a Donkey Kong Country callback. But Jesus. Now they're... How much? Okay, so... This is gonna be a problem. Like, it's the fact that that jump right there feels so unfair. I'm not gonna enjoy this level either, am I? I'm gonna beat this, though. I've come way too far. That was stupid on my part. What was I doing? I just told myself just a few more stages and we're done with this. And I'm hoping the Dr. Fetus fight. I mean, cause like I just gotta take down Dr. Fetus after this. I did it again. Twitch reflexes there. Of course. It's just that one jump right there is an absolute pain. I'm hitting it better than I was, but that's just the fact that it's like, okay, you're gonna try to go around like, you know, the fountains right here where there's gonna be a saw waiting right there for you. It wasn't an A+, was it? I gotta do it again. Again, it's just like when things are out of your control. It was that one blood fountain right there that kind of like, you know... Like, because I was having to wait for that one fountain to, like, you know, fall or whatever. I said, now, it just sucks, like, you know, when, you know, you You probably could have had one if it weren't for the fact that some BS happened, like, you know, where you had to wait. Where, you know, I couldn't, like, I had no choice, like, I couldn't move. How was that? Got it. Okay. I think, what, like 3 more levels to go? We're almost there, rogues. Almost there. All right. I knew that was gonna happen. That part right there looks like that's a little bit evil. See, then this. See, and that's what gets me about that too. Like, you know, so many things right here where, you know, it takes like control out of, like, in your hand as far as like jumping's concerned. I'm gonna hate that part. Bullshit. I've only got a few more stages left. And of course, like, I was right there at that, but they want to make sure I didn't have enough momentum to get past it. Okay. Again, I just gotta get past this once with that A rank, and that's it. But again, it's just like the whole concept behind this is like, you know, I gotta be way too precise with that. Every time, like, I try to get over there and try to, like, skip that, you know, get to that or whatever, and they make sure I don't have enough momentum. They wouldn't let me get off the wall. Please tell me. Woo! Got it. 2 more stages to go. And of course, the bullshit begins. And of course, I get past all that. That's what, again, it's like the whole thing, it's like, you know, there's too much timing stuff going on here. It's like, okay, yeah, guess what? You gotta, like, you know, get past this. Yeah, it's... Yeah, good luck to anyone who's want to try, you know, who's trying to go for, like, a no-death run on all this. You can have it. I ain't gotta try. See, that's the problem I got right there and everything. It's just like, that thing is that, you know, you have to, it's like you get launched up there and it's, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. It might take me a few more attempts, rogues, but I'm doing it. I'm beating this. Because if I, you know, I do this, which, not if, when I do this, this will be my first ever, like, Meat Boy game I'll have, you know, finished. But again, it's just that part right there is such BS. Okay, and that, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm another, like, you know, level where it's feels like, you know, so much of that control's being taken away from me on it. I promise you guys, I'm beating it. Like I said, it's just the whole, that thing where You're trying to get up on the platform, and then they have, like, you know, something else there, like, waiting to spray you. And then I couldn't even jump on the platform because even the walls hurt you in this area. Really? Okay, I'm just gonna try to see if I can skip some of the walls right there. It's, and the thing is, like, again, you know, you gotta, like, stay on your feet if you want to go for the A rank and everything, but then they have, like, the stuff is just, you have to, like, just have, like, the luck of you just getting through it at, like, you know, the exact time you need to. Please tell me that was an A rank. A plus. Thank you. So I'm not even, I mean, I've seen the bandages. I'm not even concerned with any of the bandages in this area, Rose, because I am not even gonna try to, like, you know, get them tonight. I just want to finish this up. One more level. And then Dr. Fetus. So that was just pure bullshit. Again, it's just like, you know, oh, let's move fast or whatever, but, you know, we're gonna penalize you for it. Totally not fair. See, it's like they don't give me. You know what? I'm doing it my way. The hell, the. This is what they're gonna play. I'm just gonna, like, skip parts of it. It's fine. I got a battle plan. Because what they need to understand is that this right here is exactly what, you know, what I want, like, you know, what I tend to, like, you know, basically it's my preference. Gonna take me some intense, but, like, pretty much, you know, when I have, like, you know, control of my jumps, that's a whole nother story. Except when BS like that happens, but. Okay, that was kind of questionable. Whatever. Doesn't help, my hands kind of cramping a little bit too, but. I think I kind of saw a little something there I can use my advantage. I hate these blood fountains, though, and that. Okay, look, I've come this far. Got the right idea on it. I don't need to be trying to jump around. I need to, like, you know, just wait for it to pass if I can. Okay, that was... Like I said, it doesn't help that my hand's starting to cramp. Just so happens, like, right here at the end is, like, when my hand's starting to cramp up. Oh, my God. But then, like, I try, like, you know, hold on the wall jump right there, and then they make sure somehow I still die. I don't get, like, any time to get around, so I'm gonna have to go around the other end. And hope I can just, like, you know, get lucky and get on the wall, like, on the other side. Yeah, now, like, a lot of these jumps are kind of betraying me now. I was doing good, and then now this starts happening. Got a little thrown off right there. Yeah, I was kind of... had things down to a science. Now I'm... Okay, that was, like, very uncalled for. Jeez, now, like, you know, it's like every single time I'm, like, trying to get on a certain platform. Wow. No, that's not how this is gonna go. Like, I had it, and that blood fountain screwed everything up. Like, I was at the end, and then right there, of course, they got, like, you know, got, of course, making sure I can't, like, you know... They gotta, like, give me one of those petty little, like, you know, deaths right there. As I get up there once with the right time and everything, and then that's it. Please let it be an A+. I'll take it. That level was sucked as well, but I got it. Alright, rogues. Whew. Now we just gotta fight the boss. I still gotta do the secret level. I'm gonna see where that is real quick before we fight the boss. Let me check and, secret level. Yeah, my hands are cramping like crazy right now. But we're through the worst of it, I think. Level 8. Okay, we gotta go to level 8. Yeah, I'll deal with Dr. Fetus in just a minute. Hopefully. Straight up, rogues. Visceraville was no joke. Okay, so... Alright, at least now I can explore some of my liege, like, you know, I hate having to come back here, but instead of something like an arrow queue or something. Okay, yeah, I gotta, like, you know, make sure. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna just stop that right now? Yeah, this, and of course they put on level. It's not exactly one of my favorites either. But then again, I don't think like too many of the Visceraville like levels were probably at the top of my favorite list, because this whole. That's why. See, Jesus. Okay, can we just not? Now I'm like, you know, I'm just having a hard time actually just getting over there. Again, like, for me, like, one of the main issues of the Visceraville was, like, the fans. Hey, where's it? Alright, it says directional arrow Q. I think I know what they might be talking about. We're gonna see. Okay, I'm just feels like it's really easy to get crushed by these trains. It said make a blind jump, but I didn't see anything there. Hey, I'm trying to check something real quick. Okay, can we just not? That kind of looks sus. So what was the point of... Hang on. Yeah, well, so what's the point of that right there, then? But again, it's just like, you know, times I'm trying to, like, line my jumps up, and it feels like it's just, you know, pettiness inbound and all that jazz. Again, I hate the fans, like, you know, are one of the worst things about, like, you know, this whole area. That was, like, so many of my deaths were, you know, just because of the fans alone. See, like, you know, okay, yeah, you got this one thing you got to depend on as a platform here, but it's not always going to, like, catch you, it seems. Okay. I'm just, like, you know, checking every, like, blind spot here until I find what I need. Okay, hold on a sec, because this is making no sense. It's, I looked all through there and I didn't see it. Hang on, let me, Okay, so it's saying, like, you know, it's at near the end. Of course, I gotta make sure it's like, it's a level that's the bane of my existence. But again, it's like, it's been so many of the Visceraville levels. But it's like, it's gotta be like one of the ones where like there's, I can't, you know, it's, they take like, you know, control my jumps, you know, away from me. I wasn't seeing it. Okay, that's what's frustrating me. They're saying it's right there at the end. I didn't see anything. Unless, like, there's another spot that I'm thinking of that could be it. See, that's where my problem lies with, like, you know, that one spot right there where, you know, you gotta be, like, you know, dead on with, like, you know, getting over there, like, at the right time. I'm so confused because they say it's there at the end, but I'm not seeing anything. I can't ride that train, like, you know, right there at the barrel spot because... See, it zooms up right there for some reason. Okay, I don't find it this time, whatever. I'm gonna, like, you know, just, look at the actual video of it. I don't know what I was doing right there. Okay, this... It makes no sense, though. It says it's here, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Alright, let me check this guide right here. I mean, because... My hands are cramping. I gotta take down this boss rogues. I'm ready to finish this game. Okay, let me look at this right here. See if that's what this person does. Okay, so he's... I'm not gonna, like, see what the level is, of course, but... I'm just trying to, like, go and get this over with. Some of these, like, you know, things have been, like, a... more a pain to find. That's BS. Okay, I see what I gotta do, and it's gonna be a problem. No wonder. I mean, that's the thing. I probably would have known, like, wouldn't have known about it, like, without actually looking at a guide. Any luck, I can go ahead and, like, you know, get over there to it. First go here. I gotta get on that thing right there. Like, you know, which after everything else I've dealt with in Visceraville, you figure that wouldn't be much of a problem. Alright. Yeah, I hate that, because, again, it's like, it's another thing where, like, I gotta, like, you know, work with a camera that, like, sometimes it doesn't really want to work well with me. And, of course, here we go with the fan screwing up again. I'm just hoping that the secret level itself ain't gonna be that bad. Just God knows. See, I just am not a fan of the fact that I've got, like, you know, just make this jump on this stupid pole right there. But I might have, like, another way on how I can possibly do it. I may be wrong, but I'm gonna hope that maybe it'll go the way I'm hoping it... Except when that happens. I'm so ready to be done with this area, guys. I ain't even lying. Visceraville, hands down, was the toughest part of this game. And the problem with it is, like, I just felt because a lot of it was that it went away from, like, what I've, you know, always seen with Meat Boy, which is supposed to be, like, tough but fair. And I try to do it that way, and, like, you know, they make sure that, like, you know, they did, like, the thing where I fell to my death, like, before I could actually latch onto it. Like, even, like, getting to the secret level is like it's unfair. But I'll be so glad, because at least once I get it, you know, I can just, like, retry it until I get, you know, finish it. Alright, come on. Ah, finally. Alright, what is this? What is this thing about? What the fuck? Pumpkin Jack, I think. And, of course, this is like a... Yeah, so, I mean, I know who he is. And, of course, like, you know, it's gotta be another Donkey Kong thing here. Thankfully, they're not timing me on this one. Okay. Bullshit and a half. Okay, So this level's actually fairly easy, but that right there was uncalled for. I got cheated right there. At least I'm putting, like, all my, you know, years, like, all the times I played Donkey Kong Country to the test here. Okay, no, now that one definitely was not right. I had that lined up. That's twice I did that now. That is, Yeah, straight up, Rogues, I'm at a point now where I'm gonna go ahead and say it straight up. I was enjoying this game so much previously, but then, like, they start throwing all these levels at me in Visceraville to where, like, you know, it was... A lot of them just felt, like, very unfair. Like, compared, like, how it's normally supposed to be with Super Meat Boy, where, like, it's supposed to be brutal but fair. But then they started, like, throwing all this stuff at me that was, like, you know... Just felt like it was designed to, like, pretty much just, you know... cheese you and all that. And now, like, you know, here it is. I get to this level finally. You know, which I'm gonna beat it. I mean, but it's just, I got, like, so close to the end right there. And they had where I just missed the platform. And now there's, like, a couple times here, I had the barrel lined up, and then, like, it didn't go through. See? That's 3 times now. Like, all the rest of them seem like they're working just fine, but it's that one barrel that's, like, you know, not wanting me to go through. See? What is going on with this barrel? That one was on me, but still, it's like, you know, I'm just like, you know, just, I don't know, it's like, it's, lo and behold, I get, like, that close to the end where I had it, like, you know, beat and everything, and then... Okay. Okay, we got it that time. See if I can finish. I'm just gonna, like, wait till they're right there, fully lined up. Okay. Okay. And again, they killed me right there. I need to... Hang on. Okay, I need to, like, try to see if I can, like, you know, do my double jump right there. You know, you figure, like, right there at the end, they should have it set up to, you know, where you land right there on the platform. So that's 2 times now I pretty much, you know, beat the thing, and then I decided just, you know, have it where, like, I fell short. I'm trying to make sure I just do my, see if I can do my double jump this time. Okay. Okay, at least I got that. Alright. Of course. And that's the worst thing about I should have, like, this stage, I should already done finished this stage. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can double jump right here at the end, because they definitely try to cheese me on that. Come on. Oh my god! And that time it seemed like it actually... I'm sorry for getting a little frustrated right there, guys, but I think safe to say I kind of have a little bit of reasoning for that. Like, if I don't double jump, I fall short. I do double jump, I overshoot the platform. Like I said, just feel like so much of, like, Visceraville here has been about, like, punishing me for doing well. This stage is, like, you know, it's been, like, a lot more complex than it needs to be. I said, I understand difficulty, but again, it feels like some of these things have, like, definitely been, like, you know, more unfair, like, you know. And again, they didn't, like, you know, make it where you fall short on, like, that last jump or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna just, like, make sure I time this just right. Try to. Okay. Okay. That's not fair. Like, I could tell I was gonna miss the platform. But I didn't, like, double jump, and then, like, I'd still overshot right there when I was trying to, like... Oh my god. Yeah, guys, I'm just basically at the point now I just want to just finish this game just for the sake of finishing it. I mean, it's like, I'm still gonna have, like, satisfaction doing it, but it's just, there's, you know... All my time playing the original Super Meat Boy, every level felt like it was pretty much, you know, fair and everything. But then you have, like, little things like this where, you know, you get to the end, and they decide, like, you know, oh, you know what, like, you know, we're just gonna make it, like, you know... Make it where, like, you know, this platform's just gonna be, like, an absolute pain in the ass to hit. It's just not right, you know, it's... It should be like when you get there to the end or whatever, it puts you right on the platform with Bandage Girl. So, okay, you try to do your double jump, and then you'll end up overshooting the platform. It just almost feels like they're trying to make this... Landed that one, at least. You know what? I'm gonna try something else. Okay, never mind. That goes that way. I was gonna try to see if it, like, let me go up, but I forgot I just, like, landed in it. See if I save myself right there. Okay. Finally. I'm sorry for getting upset there, guys, but that right there, I just kind of feel like at the end it should have made where just you automatically land on the platform. Instead, you having to, force you to do a double jump right there, because, like, I was trying to do a double jump before, and it seemed like at times it would just, like, make me overshoot the platform. We got it, at least. So now all we gotta do is, like, take on... complete all secret levels. Yeah, yay me. But like I said, I've loved this game so much, except until we got to Visceraville, because, again, everything up that point felt like it was fair, but doable. Just very challenging, but... when, it gets to a point where, like, you get here to this last spot, and, like, so many of these levels just kind of felt like it was more along the lines of, you just had to be very lucky. And they even got, like, a trophy in this game for you, like, completing all the levels without dying. I mean, good luck with that. It's bad when this game makes Dark Souls feel, like, it makes Bloodborne feel easy. And I beat every boss in Bloodborne. But, I don't know, I mean, I'm sorry, I've been, like, more agitated with this area tonight, guys. But, again, it's just, like, feels like Visceraville just kind of sucked a lot of the fun out of the game. Because, again, I'm so used to, like, Meat Boy being about, like, fair but tough, tough but fair platforming. But so many of these areas, I kind of saw it where, like, it was just very much luck. You had, like, be, like, at a certain spot when you're jumping or whatever, like, where, like, you weren't, like, getting, like, attacked, hurt, killed when you land. There was, like, so many, like, the fans were, like, one of the worst things. Y'all saw, like, how it was, like, a lot of times, like, the fans didn't work like they're supposed to. And, like, just the camera angles on stuff where, trying to, like, line up jumps, which that's something that I said before was, like, gonna be a challenge. But when you have, like, all that in play where, it's a lot of it's based around luck, and then, like, the camera angle's, like, off. It's... Let's just go and just finish the game. Try to. This is, like, the last thing. I don't even know if I really want to try the Dark Worlds anymore after all this. And I said, I'm sorry for complaining. But just kind of felt like a lot of this area just kind of took, like, a lot of the fun out of it. I'm still going to have satisfaction in beating it or whatever, but now it's just for the sake of doing it, and just to get it over with. And, of course, he's got Sigma hands. You gonna stop flipping me off? Okay. It's gonna still be a little bit tough, but, like, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be anything compared to, like, what I've dealt with getting to him. Okay, watch the shockwaves. Alright. That was cheap as hell. Okay, yeah, he's still gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, I was jumping then, thank you. Just like his... See, and that's what's irritating me right there when I know my jumps, thank you. It's just the second stage down here is the problem. I hate like how, you know, it's... See, every time they seem like they turn right around when I die down there, they immediately get me like here. I'm taking him down. See, he keeps catching me with that right there. Every time, like, you know, when he gets me down there, you know, you burn. All right. Kind of lock in. All right. Oh, that's beyond cheap. Of course I get past all that just for him to pull that. All right. I hate this phase. I really do. I mean, I'm just telling myself, it's a 3-phase thing or whatever. I just gotta get past that last one. We get past this one, get past the other one, and we're done. It's just a matter of doing it. It's that he... Alright, I just need to, like, try to make sure that at that point I just try to, like, dodge over in that direction of that hand. That's the main problem. I mean, I keep... That one hand keeps on hitting me. This phase right here is not, you know, ain't that bad. But it's just this one right here. Okay. I might have, like, that down to a science. I guess I gotta try to be far enough away from it. Oh, no. Am I supposed to, like, hit him or something? Okay, I'm hoping to maybe I just gotta tackle him or something right there. Of course, now this is hitting me now, of course. Next time I'm gonna see if I just gotta, like, you know, just run at him. That's all I can do. See if I'm supposed to, like, tackle him or something. Okay. Okay, that's trick to that. I just gotta like stay farther away from it. All right, now down here. And of course he hits me there. Alright, first stage down. Like I said, it feels like I might have this one down to a science. We'll see. Yeah, it's like being further away kind of helps out with that. Alright, now it's just this part right here I gotta get past again. I can test... Oh, I was nowhere near that laser! Okay, now that was uncalled for. I swear, it feels like, you know, I get things going for me or whatever, and I'm trying to get back to where I was, wherever, and then they start with the BS. Okay. Then hell, like I got to the last part or whatever, and they didn't really give much indication what I was supposed to do. So I'm hoping I'm supposed to tackle him right there at the end. Maybe like, you know, do like a... Alright. See if I can get through this without them bullshitting me again. Okay. Let's try this again. This comes up. Please let me be right. Got it. Yeah, I just had to get close enough to knock the shit out of him. We're done, rogues. That was tiring. And doing this, like, you know, with me having, like, very little sleep, I'll take it. I don't want to play as him. Jesus. Alright, yeah, beat the light world. And I'm not even gonna touch the dark world. Maybe, possibly, during charity streams. I said before, like, you know, I definitely, like, probably would. But after all that, guys, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna, like, if I want to play this anymore in the future, I'm probably gonna do it, like, casually off stream. And hopefully y'all don't blame me for it. I like how he's got her on his... Oh, wait. Of course, they... You know what? Sure, of course I don't get to celebrate. We're not quite done yet, I guess. Now we're done. I'll take that ending, Dick. I feel exactly the same way. Of course. Alright guys, we have officially beat Super Meat Boy 3D. Outside like Dark World stuff, well, like I said, I've decided that I'm not even gonna probably touch that for charity streams. I'm gonna like just maybe play that offline because I don't even want to like risk trying to stream any more of this. I've had enough of this game. The thing is, I obviously, you know, voiced like how frustrated I was with like Visceraville. I know this game was supposed to be like, you know, tough, but my experience with Super Meat Boy has always been like, you know, again, like the platforming feels like, you know, tough but fair. And there were like definitely some things there that probably like if it would have been like 2D, it would have it would have translated over better in regards to like the fans and everything. But it's just like, felt there's so many times I was trying to get on the fans and it didn't do what it was supposed to do. I got cut up by them. And I understand like I was supposed to like, you know, definitely try to get on them properly. Headcrab, Sandman, Ed. So there was like, you know, some characters I didn't get. But it was just like, you know, and like I said, there was like some of the levels I was playing, it seemed like they kind of like randomized things. Like, you know, with the one that level I had so much trouble with the buzzsaws and all that. Like where, or obviously there's like a lot of levels of buzzsaws, but y'all know which one I'm talking about. The one I kept like getting right there at the end and I was just getting close to being able to get like, you know, the A+. And it just seemed like there was so many times I got off there, whatever, and it's like it seemed like it felt like randomized. There was the other one before that when they were first doing the electrical traps, where I just like it was kind of doing a similar thing where it seemed like at times I would like be trying to get off the thing like properly, you know, moving forward. Like I was like, you know, trying to like, you know, keep my momentum going, moving exactly the same like, you know, time that I did before we starting the level, and I get zapped and all that. It just felt like there was like it just felt like at some points like the levels were definitely like kind of like randomizing things. So like you start off immediately. And like it seemed like the buzzsaws were coming at me like right there immediately on that one level. It's hard to explain, but just really to feel like something was off on the timing on things. And when it's a game where, you know, you have to think on your feet and all that. I mean, I do like, you know, admit that like on that one level I died so much on. That was on me on that one wall I could have jumped off of. Because of course, once I found that out, it got a lot easier. That was like one of the key things that was causing me problems because I was getting the car right there and jumping up. And I was able to save a few seconds. And I realized that's what I was supposed to do right there. And so it's like a very specific way you had to actually, you know, do that level. And the thing is that, you know, this was my first time beating a Super Meat Boy game. But again, it just felt like there were some things, I mean, maybe it just could have been like the way they tried to translate over to 3D. And it just didn't really work that well. It's not taken away from the fact this is still a fun game. The challenge was like, was fair for like a lot of the levels. But just right there, like at Visceraville, I mean, it just like ramped up to 11. I was like, this is a light world thing. I hate to see this on a dark world. But even like with me, you know, having like some complaints there and just getting to the point where it felt less fun, and it was just about me just wanting to just go and just get it over with. I still enjoyed this game highly. I will maybe possibly try to do some of the Dark World stuff, possibly, you know, off stream. I just don't know if I'm really gonna bother doing it for charity streams now because that tested me a lot. If I do, it may be like if I do like do charity streams stuff, it'll be like similar to how it was like with just when I would play like normal Super Meat Boy. The original Super Meat Boy, I would just like go in and just play some levels or whatever, and if I can get past them, I got past them. If not, whatever. I may possibly, you know, still maybe at some time in the future do the Dark World stuff for charity streams, but for now, I'm gonna take like a lengthy break from playing this game. I promised you guys I was gonna get it finished up before I went on my break, and I committed to it. And so this means like now next stream is gonna be sometime today for Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. I'm gonna go in and like try to wrap that up. And hopefully maybe at some other point today, I'll be able to go ahead and like play some Marvel Tokon for you guys, because I really want to like get another episode of that up. So yeah, but I still feel like I kind of just did okay for the fact I went into this like, you know, somewhat sleep deprived, because again, yesterday since it's like it's almost 3 a.m. now, I started to stream like around 11ish or 10ish, 11ish. I never forgot exactly when I started the stream. It was around 11ish. Like. I had like yesterday I had an appointment I went to out of town, and I already did that with like hardly any sleep the previous night. Because I hit the gym, and then like, you know, like yesterday morning, then went to the appointment, and then I had to help make a DP43, and his mom set up like, you know, this little cabinet thing for his mom's little office. So I was doing that, and then I came home, probably got like about an hour or so of sleep before like, you know, bad weather here woke me up. So I just did all this. I'm probably like maybe like 1 or 2 hours of sleep, give or take. Yeah, so I hope no one can actually doubt my platform skills here, even though there was definitely like a lot of deaths that happened in this game, like so many. I feel like I probably like, you know, died a lot more than even like, you know, my entire playthrough of Cuphead, which eventually I'm going to get back on that. But that's the thing about it. This game makes Cuphead feel fair, and that's no understatement. I've beaten Cuphead before, never actually did the delicious last course, but it is on the agenda to eventually, you know, do another proper playthrough of Cuphead, since last time I played was on Mixer. And I would like to do like a playthrough of it for this channel, especially considering we do have like some other Cuphead games coming out. There's Cuphead 2 coming, and there is like another like more retro style one that we're going to be getting as well. But not gonna lie, Rogues, this game kicked my ass. Maybe I would have performed played a little bit better if I was like less tired, and I still do have like a gym I still need to go hit the gym in a bit, because otherwise I'm not gonna have a chance to do it today, because which thankfully it's just gonna be a shorter leg session. It ain't gonna be no problem for me to get through that. At least it means afterwards I'll be able to get me some sleep, because I gotta do that, and then I have like another doctor's appointment this afternoon or this morning, and then from there I can maybe do my Castlevania Orb of Ecclesia stream, or try do the gym session, get a little bit of rest in between. And then I'll try to do my Castlevania Orb of Ecclesia stream, and then maybe do like some Marvel Tokon, depending on how long it takes me to get through Castlevania. I would like to play some Marvel Tokon. Push come to shove, maybe I can try to do so tomorrow before McD43 comes and gets me and everything. To go over to his house, but I don't know what time that's gonna be. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how we're gonna go about things. Either way, that said, guys, I'm gonna go and at least try to get this gym session out of the way. Come back and get me what sleep I can. Like I said, probably only take me about probably 40 or so minutes, give or take, to go to the gym session. So I feel like I come back, as long as I can get back here around 5, get a few hours of sleep, go and hit the gym, I have my appointment, I should be good to go on everything else. And I'm just taking the mind, after today I'll get a week of rest over at MigaD43's house. I won't be streaming or anything, but I'm still gonna try to get back and work on doing YouTube shorts. And I do have more TikToks already scheduled until probably the 15th. So there's at least that to take care of. I can try to get some YouTube shorts up. But with that said, I'm gonna go get me something cold to drink. I'm gonna go and walk to the gym, get my leg work, get my little leg day on, or leg morning on. Come back and try to get a little bit of rest, because God knows after this roast I think I earned it. But thank you to those who came out and hung out with me for this. I apologize for the bit of raging I did, but this game definitely was frustrating right there at the end. And the main thing, like I said, was just that all the other stages felt like they were tough but fair. But then Visceraville just kind of got to where it just felt like there was so much going on there, where a lot of it revolved around luck. So it really makes me wonder, they got a trophies for this game for completing all the stages without dying, which I guess one way they kind of made it more fair is, I think with Super Meat Boy, I think it's you had to do every single stage without dying, if I'm right. I can't remember exactly how that one worked. I never attempted. I have never actually beat the original Super Meat Boy. And I think a lot of people even said this game is considered less hard than the original Meat Boy. But the main thing is just that I'm trying to get my train of thought here. I think with the original you had to beat all the stages without dying. I think maybe consecutively, I'm not entirely sure. But with this one, I think it's you just gotta beat all the stages in each world without dying. So you can go into each spot. As long as you can play all 15 of them consecutively. But this one feels like this would be the problem, because it took me about almost 4 hours just to get through Visceraville. But at the same time, I feel another thing about it is that you probably that of course would be those that are trying to do without dying. You also can pace yourself, because you don't have to worry about getting the bandages. You don't have to worry about A pluses. It's just a matter of just completing the stage without dying. And I don't know if it'll be set up where you beat the game if you beat the stage without dying, it just logs that completely. But I think it actually is you have to beat all 15 stages in each area consecutively without dying. And so that's obviously going to take someone a lot of practice, and someone who's will be an expert at this game and understand the mechanics and understand the best way to go about stuff, in regards to doing that. But I still feel Visceraville feels it takes a lot of that fairness out of the way. You'd have to have some serious luck to be able to do it properly. But regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and get on off here, go hit the gym. I'll see you guys today, later on for a Castlevania Orb of Ecclesia, and definitely gonna try to squeeze in some time for Marvel Tokon. But until next stream, Rogues, thank you guys for coming out hanging out with me and bearing with me getting pretty pissed off, but still trying to have some patience with it. Because y'all ain't gonna see me raging on this channel, smashing keyboards or punching holes in walls like some creators do and everything, but this game tested me. It did. But yeah, you guys take care. Thanks for coming out and hanging out, like I said, and I'll see you guys next stream. Thanks for watching.